Shen Yuancha and Zhang Zhu, as the primary witnesses, needed to report the incident to the Chinese Academy of Sciences and the armed police headquarters. They were the only ones who knew the truth about the item being transported. The remaining 3 soldiers had been told that they were being brought to the capital to receive commendations for their outstanding bravery in fighting the forest fire. They were also informed that a special product from the Greater Kingdom Range was to be transported with them to Beijing and asked to help ensure its safe delivery. The charred corpse was now wrapped in several layers of burlap sacks, lying quietly in the corner of the carriage. Shen Yuancha and Zhang Zhu were seated in a way that allowed them to see the spot where the corpse was. Since boarding the train, Shen Yuancha had felt a constant sense of dread. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw the image of his comrade being bitten to death by the monster. When he opened them, he saw the burlap-wrapped corpse right in front of him. This made him restless, unable to sit or stand comfortably, and unable to sleep or stay awake peacefully. Zhang Zhu, on the other hand, seemed unbothered except for some motion sickness after boarding. After half a day on the train, even his motion sickness subsided, and he slept and ate well. Shen Yuancha watched him with frustration, thinking, "How can you be so relaxed when that thing is lying right in front of us? Your comrade died at its hands. Have you forgotten that bloody scene so quickly?" Then Shen Yuancha remembered that Zhang Zhu had gone to fetch the company commander during the incident and hadn't seen the worst of it. "Yuancha, what are you thinking about? You've been like a lost soul since getting on the train," said Zhang Zida, the highest-ranking soldier among them, and a platoon leader from the neighboring company. Zhang Zida was from Sichuan and had joined the army the same year as Shen Yuancha. They had been together since their recruit training. While they weren't inseparable, they got along well. "What do you mean by lost soul? Cut it up, Lao Zhang," Shen Yuancha said, now sensitive to such terms. "I haven't slept for 3 days and nights on the mountain. Try it yourself. You'd be exhausted too. Who hasn't gone days without sleep? You think you're the only one tough enough. Besides, you should take the chance to sleep now. Don't arrive in Beijing and embarrass the armed police by looking exhausted in front of the commanders. Who doesn't want to sleep? It's just, I can't fall asleep," Shen Yuancha explained dryly. "If you can't sleep, then don't." "Squad leader Shen, I heard your company encountered a ghost on the mountain and even fired shots. What happened? Tell us," said one of the soldiers, whom Shen Yuancha also knew. They had been bored in the carriage for a long time and were eager for an interesting story. "Who told you that nonsense? There's no such thing as ghosts. Confucius himself said not to speak of strange phenomena, forces, disorder, or spirits. Don't listen to those rumors. It was just a bear. We were shooting at a bear." Shen Yuancha began to fabricate a story. "Cut it out. What does not to speak mean? It means not talking about it. Confucius didn't dare to speak of such things. Besides, our company was right near yours. Shooting at a bear. More like shooting at a ghost. It doesn't take dozens of shots to kill a bear. I heard it clearly. The gunfire sounded like a string of firecrackers." "Zhang Zhu, what really happened? Zhang Zhu, why are you shaking?" Everyone turned to see Zhang Zhu, whose face had turned ashen, trembling uncontrollably. He pointed at the special product from the Greater Kingdom Range in front of them. It moved. Hearing this, Shen Yuancha felt his hair stand on end, the chill running down his spine. Following Zhang Zhu's finger, he saw the tightly wrapped package starting to ripple like water, with the movements growing faster and more pronounced. "Damn it, here we go again." Ignoring the company commander's instructions to ensure the safe transport of the corpse, Shen Yuancha gritted his teeth and pulled out a Type 54 pistol from his waistband, the only one issued for protection during transport, aiming at the corpse's head and emptying the magazine. The 7 bullets were fired in an instant, and the package stopped moving. Just as Shen Yuancha began to relax, Zhang Zhu shouted again, "Squad leader, it's moving again, I can see that." This time, the package was shaking more violently, as if the creature inside was eager to break free. Yuan Chao, what the hell is in there? The other soldiers, shocked by Shen Yuanchao's shooting, stared wide-eyed at the package. Shen Yuanchao's grim expression suggested he was terrified of whatever was inside. Shen Yuanchao put away the empty gun and started searching the carriage for a weapon. You guys were asking what I was shooting at yesterday. It's right there in that sack. I don't know if it's a ghost, but it's definitely not human. Li Maokai was bitten to death by it. Dan Fing took dozens of bullets and didn't die. Don't just stand there. If it gets out, none of us will make it. God damn it. Why didn't you say so earlier? Zhang Zita and the other two soldiers stared at the burlap sack. Zhang was quick to react, and together with Zhang Zhu and the other two soldiers, they tied for more straps around the outside of the sack with their belts. This carriage was a temporarily modified freight car with cleaning tools left in the corner. Shen Yuanchao grabbed a shovel, shouting, "Move aside." As Zhang Zita and the others stepped back, Shen Yuanchao swung the shovel down with all his might at where he estimated the creatures had to be. He put all his strength into the swing, enough to decapitate a normal person. Unfortunately, what was inside the sack was far from normal. With a loud clang, the shovel tore through the burlap, producing a metallic resonance and a shower of sparks. The shovel was flung back, soaring high into the air. This blow seemed to have some effect, as the burlap sack stopped moving. However, before anyone could celebrate, there was a loud bang. The 4 leather straps securing the sack snapped, and the burlap was torn to shreds. A creature, burnt and hairless, sat up, staring at them with its eyeless sockets. Zhang Zhu, being the closest, collapsed to the floor in terror. Zhang Zhu's sudden move caught the creature's attention. It tilted its head, staring blankly at Zhang Zhu. Shen Yuanchao raised the shovel, but hesitated, fearing the creature might retaliate. Zhang Zita and the other two soldiers also stood frozen, unsure of what to do. The air in the carriage felt thick and still. Shen Yuanchao sensed something odd about the creature, but he couldn't pinpoint what was wrong. Squad leader, it doesn't seem hostile. Maybe we should leave it alone. Zhang Zhu, paralyzed with fear, dared not move and pleaded with Shen Yuanchao. Sure, go ahead and ask it. If it agrees, I have no problem, Shen Yuanchao replied, genuinely at a loss for what to do.